So let me try this again. Just settle in, settle back, and settle down. Determined to give yourself a break. Give yourself time and space. And perhaps you simply want to use this time to just let go of everything. Anything that's been on your mind, anything that's been demanding, deadlines, requirements, and obligations. And just for this moment, set them all aside. And prepare your mind to learn some very important things about you, about your health and well-being. And it may surprise you to begin to discover just exactly what you may be capable of. There are aspects of your being that have been put on hold, that have been set aside because of the obligations of life. And perhaps it is time now to rediscover some of those capabilities that you may have thought were gone, had disappeared or diminished. And along with rediscovering the many capabilities that are already present within you, you may be even more surprised to discover even more that have yet to be brought forth. The strength and courage within you that has yet to be tapped. And so now just allow your breathing to settle in to what feels normal, natural, easy, with no need for exaggeration, no need for forcing. In fact, just allow your breathing to settle in so that it sinks below the level of your conscious awareness. Because you know, and I know that you know, that there's no need for you to make any particular attempts, that your breathing continues, whether you're aware or not. And so it might be interesting to go in to your subconscious mind, into your imagination, and explore what it is that you may discover that will help you to relax as much as you would like. And you may well have heard many things about what it takes to relax. You may have heard that it takes clearing your mind of all thought, which we all know is very difficult to do. You may have heard that it's about focusing on that breathing. You may have heard that it's about choosing a mantra that you can focus on or an object in the room. Or you may have heard that it's about relaxing your body part by part, organ by organ. Imagining from head to toe or from toe to head, each part of you softening, relaxing, sinking into a peaceful place, a comfortable and relaxing place. And it may be interesting to explore just what it is that helps you to find that place. That place where you can just let go of any and all concerns, any and all fears, anxieties, worries. And for just these next few moments, allowing yourself to simply be in this moment. And you might consider, if you will, a mindful meditation. And mindful meditation can consist of two parts. And the first part is a physical mindfulness. So just noticing your physical environment. Noticing the pressure of your bottom on the chair or the couch or whatever cushion supports you. Notice where your arms are resting. They may be in your lap or they may be resting on the arms of the chair. Perhaps your fingers are interlocked. Maybe your hands are crossed, resting in your lap. Are your palms up or palms down? Notice the temperature of the room around you. Notice your clothing against your skin and how the pressure of it shifts as you breathe in and out. Notice any parts of your body that may feel tight or tense. Allow your lower jaw to unclench and drop ever so slightly. Your upper and lower teeth coming slightly apart. And as you do, feel how the muscles of your face soften. Allow your shoulders to droop down, relaxing even more. Notice where your feet are perhaps in contact with the floor. Or if you're reclining, maybe they're crossed and raised. And notice most of all the feeling that seems to flow throughout your body when you decide to allow yourself to let it all go. And it may seem as though the concern and the stress and the worry is beginning to drain from your body, flowing out like water from a faucet, flowing outward into the ground, into the earth below you, leaving you feeling lighter, buoyant and free. Calmer than you've felt in a very long time. And another aspect of mindful meditation is a mental mindfulness. And this involves just noticing thoughts that come and go. With no judgment, no criticism, no good or bad, no right or wrong. Just noticing. And you may find it interesting if a particular thought comes to you at a particular moment. And then realizing that whatever that thought may be, that right now, in this moment, it really doesn't matter. And so it's okay to just let it drift away. And you may recall a time sitting quietly or laying down quietly outdoors, watching the clouds as they drift by, floating in and out of your awareness with no concern, just going about doing what clouds do. And they drift into your awareness for a moment and then continue on their journey, floating away. And so too it is with your thoughts that come and go, that drift in and out of your awareness briefly. They're just thoughts. And if you like, you may think of them as floating in and out, or perhaps consider that with each breath out, you're blowing up a balloon. And along with your exhaled air, that thought escapes into the balloon. And then when that balloon is filled with your exhaled air and the thought, You just clamp the end closed with your teeth and then let it go. And watch it drift away, floating higher and higher, smaller and smaller, until at last it disappears. And I would invite you to continue to explore whatever it is that helps you to relax even more. And as you do, I'd like to take a moment now to consider if you may be experiencing any discomfort. If you indicated a pain level. And if so, I would invite you now to locate that part of you that is experiencing this discomfort, whether it's an organ or a body part. And let your awareness travel to that area. Surround it. And just observe it. Be with it. Notice it. With no need to condemn, resist, attempt to suppress or reject. No need to criticize. Just be with it for just a moment and notice it. And imagine if it had physical attributes, what they might be. If it had a color, what would that be? A size, how large is it? What's the proximity? Where is it located? In front of you, above you, next to you? Does it have a texture? A rough surface? Sharp and pointed? Does it have a temperature? Burning hot? Icy cold? If it had an aroma, what would that be? What if it had a taste? What might you imagine that taste would be? And notice the feeling. If it's burning, stabbing, aching, whatever it may be, just notice. And then if you can imagine, does this sensation have any messages for you? If you injure yourself, that discomfort is important for you to notice. It's an indication that there's something that you need to pay attention to, something that needs care and treatment. But then there's discomfort that doesn't really have a meaningful message. It may be a reminder of things that have gone before, but that are not now. And if this message is not an indication that requires your full attention to be treated immediately, then perhaps the message isn't relevant, isn't new, isn't an indication of something that needs your attention. And so perhaps it's a feeling that you might allow to move below the level of your conscious awareness. But for now, with your awareness present with this feeling, understand it, reassure it, and soothe it. As you would soothe a distressed infant. And imagine if you were to adjust those physical attributes to something that's a little more comfortable. Imagine the color fading and being replaced by a color that you find very soothing and comforting, very relaxing. Imagine the size. And I wonder what it would be like if it shrank to very, very tiny, almost imperceptible. And what if it moved far, far away from you, and perhaps even far behind you or below you? And what if the temperature were to adjust to one of comfort? What if the sound began to soften and became quieter? Perhaps even a soothing sound, a gentle breeze. What if the fragrance were to become the sweet smell of fresh blossoms in the spring? The taste, the sweetness, somehow a softness. What if the feeling were to shrink and diminish to soften, barely perceptible. And what if all of these attributes were attached to a control, much like a dimmer switch on a light? If it's too bright, you simply adjust the dial and turn it down to a more comforting experience. And it may surprise you to learn that it is possible for you to take control, to make the adjustments. You know, and I know that you know, that there have been times in your life when your attention was distracted to some activity or project to such a degree that even for just a moment you forgot about that discomfort. And that tells you that it is possible to do so again when you choose to. When you allow yourself to simply slow things down just a bit. When you realize that you indeed are deserving and worthy of allowing yourself a bit of R&R. A bit of peace of mind, comfort, and relaxation. And the resources and the power to do so are within your capabilities. And just as many challenges that you've faced in your life that may have initially caused doubt or uncertainty, when you determined that you would accomplish that goal, you would succeed in that which you determined was important enough to do so. You succeeded. You put forth the energy to do so. And so I wonder what it would be like to expand in your own imagination even greater abilities. Just what are the limits? It may be an interesting area to explore, to practice, to discover, to learn more about you. To continue to evolve in ways that are often very surprising. And allow yourself to have a better life experience, perhaps better than you even imagined. So I invite you to continue to explore the possibilities within you. Continue to experience. And discard those methods and ideas that do not resonate with you. And expand on those that you find beneficial, that you find helpful. And do so with certainty. Doubt disappears. Uncertainty melts away. And it is with your drive and determination that you can and you will succeed, as you have so many times before. Find your inner peace, tranquility, and comfort. And carry that peace with you wherever you go. In every encounter. And feel the possibilities. It is all available to you. It all comes from within. And so allow these suggestions to sink deep into your mind. And even now, your subconscious mind is processing, arranging and organizing, and will continue to implement these ideas, these thoughts, in ways that will benefit you in a positive way. And with your own determination, with your own exploration, there are so many more to discover. So it is now, and will continue to be from this moment forward. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and with each successive number, just allow yourself to gradually return to here and now, fully awake and alert. Bringing with you the knowledge that you've gained about you. Bringing with you any and all of these suggestions that assist you, that benefit you. Making them your own. And when I reach the number 5, allow yourself to draw in a deep, healing and cleansing breath that will even further serve to permanently lock within you all of these suggestions. And when you open your eyes, you'll be wide awake and alert, refreshed, energized, seeing yourself and your life with a new perspective, with a new vision. And you'll remain energized, revitalized, until this evening at such time when you determine you want to lay down to sleep. And when you do, find a comfortable position and take a few slow, deep breaths and allow yourself to sink into a deep, peaceful, relaxing sleep. And you'll sleep soundly throughout the night, awakening only if necessary, and awakening at the appropriate time as predetermined by you, feeling refreshed, feeling renewed, and continuing on your journey forward with this new vision. 1, 2, beginning to return to here and now, coming back to fully awake and alert. 3, 4, fully returning to the room now, noticing the comfort of the chair or the cushions beneath you and the temperature of the room around you. And draw in that deep healing and cleansing breath. And with a joyful heart, 5, open your eyes and welcome back.